Alright, Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay, Shadow. Oops, sorry. Shadow the Hedgehog. It's another game where I like it more than like. Okay, so Shadow the Hedgehog, it's not as bad as some people say, but it is a bad game. I'm sorry. It's level. Most of the levels are designed fair, I guess, but a lot of the missions blend in together and are really boring. A lot of missions clearly weren't play tested, like Lost Impact Hero or Mad Matrix Dark, because they have some stupid difficulty spikes in there. It's just the Shadow the Hedgehog design-wise is a mess of a game. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's just now Shadow the Hedgehog is the start of the Dark Age. However, I don't know. Part of me still semi likes it. I mean, like in its best moments, I honestly find it as fun as SA2. Believe it or not, because like the gun gameplay was actually handled pretty well. And like on the levels where I'm not like on the missions that are actually fun, I do get a kick out of Shadow the Hedgehog honestly, because the gun gameplay is really good. And yeah, some of the levels are actually pretty fun. Even expert mode, it can be really irritating sometimes, especially in Cosmic Fall. But like when I'm just like going straight through the levels, I actually have a decent time. But like as a game itself, Shadow the Hedgehog is bad. I'm not even going to lie, but like I semi like it. Like I personally think that it's all right to play. It's below average to play, but like because as best moments, I do get a kick out of it. Sonic Rush, fortunately, I think is a much better game. Sonic Rush, it's the debut of the boost system, or the boost mechanic in the 2D games, and yeah, I do enjoy it a lot. The levels are great, the music is fantastic. It's just a great game. I do enjoy Sonic Rush. I haven't played it in a while, but every time I do play it, it's the blast to go through. The bosses are really weak, but like no, everything else in the game I really enjoy. It's definitely one of my favorite 2D Sonic games. I honestly rather play Rush over 3 Knuckles. I'm so serious, but I'm just gonna chill before I bother anyone else. And no, I don't hate 3 Knuckles. Don't even say I do. I love 3 Knuckles, I really do. But I love 2, CD, and Rush even more. Sonic 06 is a dumpster fire. Sorry, I stepped in something. Look, I know. It seems like being like an uproar in the last like 4 or 5 years or so, where people want to say that 06 is a good game, or feel like 06. I'm sorry, it's not a good game. It really isn't. Like, I can appreciate what it was trying to do. I do understand that, but there are some things in this game that are just bad from the start. Like they shouldn't have had like a bajillion playable characters if they were going to try to rush this game out. They shouldn't have included like 50 town missions. They shouldn't have done certain things like in the story. Like there's just like not everything in this game is technical. Not everything that this game went wrong is technical issues. There's some fundamental flaws that sunk the whole ship. So I don't think 06, like I do feel bad for like developers for being on crunch time, having less and less people because of awful decisions. But like 06, I don't like. I mean, I think it's a bad game. I'm not denying that it's a bad game. I don't hate it, and I can appreciate for what it was trying to do, but I think it's just a bad game. It's a bad game. The story sucks. The gameplay is just not good. The graphics are alright. The music, however, is fantastic. It's definitely one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks. But yeah, 06 is just not a good game. I just people can try to defend it, and more power to you. But 06, I don't know. I just don't. I don't think it's not a good game at all, at least for me. However, Sonic and Secret Rings is freaking garbage. I mean, like really, like Secret Rings is easily, hands down, the worst Sonic game I've ever played. I swear, because there's almost nothing in Secret Rings that I enjoy about it. The gameplay is beyond terrible. The mission structure, the whole structure of the game is awful and just agonizing to deal with. The control, the level design sucks. It's all on rails and similar. The controls are god awful. The story is not terrible, but not grand either. The voice acting is whatever. Secret Rings just sucks, dude. Like it's one of the games on here that I've never it's probably the one game on here that I've touched it, obviously, but I never completed it. I have no plans on completing it at all, unless I'm paid like $1 million or something, because I hate Secret Rings so much. It's either the worst Sonic game I ever played. Easily the worst. Easily the. I'd rather play 06 over Secret Rings. I'd rather play 06. I'd rather play any other game over Secret Rings, honestly. I mean, the music is good, but like that's literally the only thing in Secret Rings I like. But yeah, I hate Secret Rings. I hate it. I don't understand how anyone could like it. All right, Sonic Unleashed. It's just the HD version. But yeah, I do enjoy Unleashed. I do enjoy it a lot, honestly. I know I'm going to eventually review it, but like I'm just going to give you like a somewhat like an overview of how I feel, and I still find it a great game. I mean, for a long time, it used to be my favorite Sonic game, and while it's not anymore, and I think it barely cracked my top 5, but like I think it's still a pretty great game. It's flawed. It has some really bad design choices in some areas, and it had potential to be Sonic's like next jump to the mainstream, and it didn't pan out because of little things like the Werehog, but I still find Unleashed to be a great game. It really is. Okay, Sonic and the Black Knight. I haven't played this in years, but I do think it's an alright game. I don't think it's terrible or anything, but most controls weren't that great. I think it's miles better than Secret Rings. I'll give it that much. But actually, it's weird about Black Knight because honestly, everything except for the gameplay, I actually really like. The story is really good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the story in Unleashed is really good. But anyway, the story in Black Knight is really good. The graphics are honestly the best of the Wii Sonic games, even better than the next game, honestly. The music, sorry, Black Knight has easily my favorite Sonic soundtrack. It's magical, honestly. It's amazing. That's all I gotta say. It's so underrated. There's not a single track in the game that I dislike. Even the cutscene music sounds really good. I love Black Knight's score. It's one of the few. It's like it should be up there with one of the best like in the game in the industry. I'm so serious. But anyway, I sound corny. Black Knight, like everything except the gameplay is not even good. It's just spectacular. It's like up to par. But like just the whole waggle thing. Like Black Knight is just it's alright.